Think, feel, and believe 24. Think, feel, and believe 24.
Think, feel, and believe. Select stop me. Think, feel, and believe 24. 24.
Wow. Well, here we are in another continuation in the series of Think, Feel, and Believe, okay? We're going to continue on from the last thing about thinking and feeling and believing. And, there's lots of subjects out there that, people are thinking and feeling and believing about. And I gotta tell you something. When you're thinking and you're feeling and you're believing about something in a certain way, you're gonna continue to perpetuate the kind of things that are gonna cause whatever you're thinking, feeling, and believing to happen. So stop it!
Unless it's good, of course, because if it's good, then you want to make sure that you keep it going and 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 keep it going.
Okay, so my next thing here that I want to talk to you about is age. Oh, age. Whenever you're thinking about age and whatever you think, feel, and believe about age, and you need to register this one in your brain. I don't care how old you are, but you need to think about this one to register it in your brain, because, well, anyway, I want to take you back to a story back when it was 19, I don't know. But, of course, in our good old American culture, well, maybe it's not just American culture either, but it could be, could be in other places too, but, whatever you think, feel, and believe about age. Remember what I said. Whatever you think, feel, and believe about things in life is how it will be for you, And so, let me tell you, so what do you know what I think about me? You know what I think about me? Me? I believe. And of course, I'm such a young chicken now. I'm such a young chicken now that, I got a long way to go for this one. But, okay, so anyway, here's a hint. When I reach the age of 60 years old, I will only have lived half of my life. So how long you think I'm going to live till? Huh? How long you think I'm going to live till? You add, you do multiplication? 60, half, plus another 60. 120 years old. So I have believed, and I will say here today, maybe I'll live longer, but I definitely believe I'll live to be at least 120 years old. And, it's just not like it's going to do the magic of something, huh? It's just not like it's going to do your magic, because the thing about it is that when you're thinking, feeling, and believing, remember what we talked about in the last video about that lady and how she's like perpetuating the things that keep supporting what she believes in thinking and feeling, and well, you got it. So when you're thinking, feeling, believe, so say for instance, let's just use me as an example. Okay, so if I'm thinking, feeling, and believing that I'll live to be at least 120 years old, minimum, that I'm going to find things in life that are going to support that so that I can attain that. Do you understand? And people might say, oh no, it's genes, it's... Well, let's see. Today, and there's several people, and they're all over the world. Today, the oldest people that are living in the world today and seem to be dying or whatever, somebody just died the other day, 117 years old. And then the next lady, it was a man, he died. And the next lady in the line to be the oldest person living on the planet, she's 117 years old too. She's going to turn, that was like 10 or 20 days or something like that. She's going to turn 117 years old. Okay, so if people are doing that today, what are the possibilities of 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now, right? When we're having it's been amazing the advances that we've had in medical and all these different types of things, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting to see what nano does in the future. I mean, some of the things I'm seeing what nano, correcting eye vision with nano drops, and well, anyway, the advancement of technology in health. And I know some of the things that I'm doing today that I'm going to talk about in my teen health habits that I'm going to show people about that. And two of the things that I'm just going to mention here, as far as, is nutrition and obviously exercise, which again brings up the story. I mean, like, here's this like 80-year-old bodybuilder, this 80-year-old woman that's like a bodybuilder, and you saw her body. I mean, she looks like a woman that's in her 50s. And she's like, an age is just a number kind of thing. And some other guy that was 80 years old, and he's he's Asian, whatever, and he's modeling. He decided to become a model. And I don't know how old this guy was. He found his true love on Valentine's Day, something. Just Google old man finds love on Valentine's Day, and you'll find this story about this guy who just keeps keeps going. I can't remember exactly how old he was. I don't know, but nobody can kind of nail down exactly how old he is. But he has a different think, feel, and believe about age. And some other guy that there was a story about some guy that was 100 years old and he was hitting the slopes, and you saw this guy skiing down. I mean, he was just like swaying back and forth. And I'm like, this guy's in shape, right? So exercise definitely has one thing to do with it. I mean, you got to do things to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. Got to things to keep on going. And there's nutrients that you need to take that I'm not gonna tell you now. No, you're gonna have to get teen health habits. Yeah. And anyways, so where were we? Oh, it was about getting old. Oh, I mean, one time I went to this high school reunion and I talked to a friend of mine. Well, let me just back this up. I remember when my dad retired at 55, and I swear this guy, he was putting one foot in the grave. Really. I mean, it was like totally. I mean, it was like he was retiring at 55, and he was like he was depressed and everything, and it was seriously like he was putting his foot in the grave. In our culture, we think and how people operate. I mean, this year, just alone here in 2018, it's all these people that just keep dying, and they're 86 and 78 and all this kind of other people dying and everything. And it's like, retire in your 60s, and you got and I think people believe they got like maybe 20, 25 more years left, and then, things are going to get crickety after that. But, it's just like that 80-year-old lady who was a bodybuilder. It was like, age is just a number. And it is, because it's all, again, age is one of those things that you think, feel, and believe about it, right? And I'm just kind of astounded at some of the things because obviously, like I said, like I was trying to tell you, I'm going to live to be 120. Yeah. So I've been attracting some really good things into my life, and, just my whole attitude about what I'm doing and what I need to do. One of the things I've committed to do is exercising every single day. I'm doing 90 days of exercising every day. No excuses, no excuses. Exercising every single day, doing something, whether it's walking, taking a nice big long walk, doing a little bit on the bicycle or whatever. It's like I'm adopting these things into my life that are going to support me getting to what I think, feel, and believe as far as that is concerned. So it's just kind of one of those things, you say, when you have certain belief about things. That's what's going to happen for you. If you think you're going to live a long life, you think you're going to live a long life, then you're gonna, what was it? And then you're gonna attract those things in your life. They're gonna help support what you're thinking, feeling, and believing. With support. Hey.